My beloved child, pause for just a moment. Right where you are, in whatever room you're sitting, whatever time of day it is, whatever weight you carried into this moment, I need you to stop. Not because something is wrong, but because something is right. Something is finally, beautifully right. You have arrived at this moment not by accident, not by coincidence, but by design. My design. And what I'm about to speak into your heart has been waiting for exactly this moment, this breath, this quiet second where heaven and earth lean close. Together, and I whisper your name. You have been walking for a long time, longer than most people know, longer than you let on. You wake up each morning, and you put one foot in front of the other, and you do what needs to be done, and you hold yourself together with everything you have. And when night comes, you lie there in the dark, and the thoughts come rushing in like a river breaking through a dam. The worries, the what-ifs, the questions that have no easy answers, the memories that still sting even though you told yourself you were over them. I know about those nights. I have sat with you through every single one. I want you to understand something deeply, something that I need to press into the very center of your heart right now. I am not a distant God. I am not someone who created you and then stepped back to watch from a safe distance. I am near. I am close. I am present in the room with you right now, in this moment, as your eyes move across these words. My presence is not something you have to earn or beg for or work yourself into some perfect spiritual state to receive. I am already here. I have always been here. And what I feel for you in this moment is not disappointment or frustration or exhaustion from watching you struggle. What I feel for you is love. Pure, fierce, unshakable, unconditional love that has never once wavered, no matter what you've done or left undone. Say amen if you can feel that love reaching you right now. There are things about your story that only I know. Hidden chapters that you have never spoken aloud to another living soul. Moments of failure you buried so deep you hoped even I wouldn't find them. Fears that you dressed up in the costume of strength so no one would see how frightened you really were. You have been a master at carrying things quietly. People look at you and see someone who has it together, someone who is managing, someone who is fine. And you smile back and let them believe it because it is easier than explaining the truth. But I see the truth. I have always seen the truth. And here is what I need you to hear. The truth I see about you does not push me away. It draws me closer. I am not standing at a distance judging the mess. I am kneeling beside you in the middle of it, saying, "Let me help you carry this. Let me take the heaviness from your shoulders. Let me be the strength you've been pretending to have. Because my strength is real and it is available to you right now, not someday, not when you finally get everything right, but right now in the imperfect, complicated, beautiful reality of who you are today. You have tried so hard to be enough. Enough for the people in your life. Enough for the standards you hold yourself to. Enough in your own eyes. And that exhausting pursuit of enough has drained you in ways that go deeper than tiredness. It has drained your hope. It has worn down your belief that things can really change. It has made you wonder if the life you dreamed about when you were young was just a foolish fantasy, something for other people but not for you. I am telling you today, with all the authority of heaven behind my words, that was never my plan for you. Exhaustion was never my design. Striving until you break was never the life I created you for. I created you for fullness, for rest, for joy that doesn't have to be chased or earned, for peace that doesn't evaporate the moment circumstances get difficult. And I am calling you back to that right now. Back to the life that was always intended for you. Back to the version of yourself that believes, that hopes, that trusts, that walks forward without the crushing weight of fear on your back. Let me talk to you about the season you have just walked through, because it was not easy, and I know it. I know exactly how many times you almost gave up. I know the specific moments when you thought, I cannot do this anymore. I know the relationships that cost you more than they gave. I know the disappointments that came one after another, like waves that wouldn't stop. I know about the dream you quietly set down because hope felt too dangerous. I watched you grieve things you never got to properly mourn because life kept moving and you had to move with it. None of that was invisible to me. None of it slipped past my attention. I was there for every moment of it, not as a passive observer, but as the one holding you together. There were moments when you should have broken completely and you didn't, and you may have thought that was your own resilience, your own stubbornness, your own will to survive. But I want you to know the truth. That was me. I was the invisible hand steadying you when the ground beneath you was shaking. I was the unexpected calm that came over you when the storm was at its loudest. I was the reason you woke up the next morning when the night before you had wondered if you could. I did not allow you to go through that season to punish you. I want to be very clear about that because the enemy of your soul has been working hard to convince you otherwise. He has been whispering that your pain is proof that I don't care, that your struggles are evidence that you are not truly loved or covered or chosen. Those are lies. They have always been lies. The hard seasons of your life were not punishment. They were preparation. They were the furnace where something deep and strong and lasting was being formed inside you. You cannot see the full picture yet, but I can. And what I see is someone who has been shaped by difficulty into something extraordinary. The pressure you felt was not meant to crush you. It was meant to reveal what is unbreakable in you. And there is something unbreakable in you. I put it there. I built it into the very fabric of who you are. And now, coming out of that season, you carry a depth you did not have before. You carry a compassion forged from your own pain. You carry a resilience that cannot be manufactured, only earned through exactly the kind of walking you have been doing. And that depth, that compassion, that resilience, those are not just gifts for your own life. They are gifts you will, one day, pour into someone else who is standing exactly where you once stood, wondering if anyone understands. I need to speak to the fear in you now. Because even as you read these words and feel something stirring in your heart, there is a part of you that is guarded, a part of you that has hoped before and been hurt, a part of you that wants to believe but is afraid that if you open your heart completely, you will just end up disappointed again. I understand that fear. I do not dismiss it. Hoping and then hurting is one of the most painful human experiences, and you have been through it more than once. But I want to ask you something. Who was with you every time hope was deferred? Who was there in the aftermath of every disappointment, quietly rebuilding your heart from the inside? Who has never once left your side, no matter how many times the ground shifted under your feet? I have been constant when everything else was inconsistent. I have been faithful when everything else failed. And I am asking you now to let that history of my faithfulness in your life speak louder than your fear of future pain. You are not being asked to hope in a feeling. You are not being asked to trust in a circumstance or a person or a plan that could fall apart. You are being asked to trust in me, in my character, in my unchanging nature, in the fact that I have never broken a promise and I never will. The fears that have been holding you back, the ones that whisper you're not worthy enough, not ready enough, not good enough, those fears are not from me. I do not speak to my children in the language of not enough. I speak in the language of chosen, loved, redeemed, and called. Lay the fear down, my child. Not because it isn't real, but because I am more real. Not because it doesn't hurt, but because I am greater than the hurt. Lay it at my feet and let me replace it with something solid, something that doesn't shift with the wind, something you can stand on when everything around you is uncertain. There are people in your life who do not understand what you are carrying. They look at your situation and they offer advice that doesn't quite fit, or they grow impatient with how long your healing is taking, or they minimize what you are going through because they cannot see the full depth of it. And that has been lonely. Being surrounded by people and still feeling unseen is one of the loneliest feelings there is. I know you have experienced that. I know there have been moments when you wished someone could truly see you. Not the surface version, but the real you, the one beneath all the roles you play and the faces you wear. I see that person. I have always seen that person. And I want you to know that the loneliness you have felt in those moments was not meant to drive you to despair. It was meant to drive you closer to me, because I am the only one who can truly know you completely and love you completely at the same time. People will always have limitations in what they can see and what they can hold. I have no such limitations. I know the very number of hairs on your head. I knew every day of your life before a single one came to be. I have searched you and I know you, and my response to everything I know about you is not to turn away, it is to draw near. Let me be the place you run to. Not the last resort after every other option has failed, but the first response. Let me be the one you talk to before the worry becomes overwhelming, before the loneliness becomes too heavy, before the fear becomes louder than your faith. Come to me early, come to me often, come to me in the ordinary moments, not just the crisis ones, because I want to be woven into the fabric of your daily life, not just called on in emergencies. Comment Amen if you are ready to let me into the everyday moments of your life. I want to tell you about what I am building in your life right now. Even in the waiting, even in the silence, even in the seasons that look like nothing is happening, there is construction taking place that you cannot see with your natural eyes. I am arranging things in ways that your mind cannot fully comprehend. I am speaking to hearts you have never met. I am positioning resources you don't know you need yet. I am closing doors that would have led you somewhere painful, even if they looked attractive from the outside. I am opening other doors that seem ordinary right now, but will one day be recognized as the pivotal moments that changed everything. My timing is not random. It is not careless. It is not indifferent to your pain or your impatience. My timing is precise. It accounts for things you are not aware of. It considers not just where you are right now, but where you need to be, who you need to become, what you need to have walked through in order to be ready for what is coming. I am not operating on a human schedule. I am operating on an eternal one. And from that vantage point, I promise you, everything is on track. The waiting is not wasted time. It is growing time. It is the time when your roots go deeper than your branches. It is the time when the work is happening beneath the surface where no one can see it yet. The tree does not abandon its roots because it cannot see them growing. The roots are the reason the tree can stand in the storm. And I am growing your roots right now in this quiet season, growing them deep into grace, deep into truth, deep into trust, so that when the storm comes and when the blessing comes, you will be able to withstand both. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. This is something I need to say to you plainly, because the comparison has been stealing your peace. You look at someone else's life, the visible parts, the highlights, the moments they choose to show the world, and you measure your insides against their outsides. And you come up feeling behind, feeling like you missed something, feeling like perhaps you made too many mistakes or took too many wrong turns or wasted too much time to get to where you are supposed to be. Stop. Stop that comparison right now, because it is built on a false foundation. You are not on their path. You were never meant to be. The life I designed for you has your name on it, your fingerprints, your story, your specific combination of gifts and wounds and experiences and callings. No one else can walk it. No one else is qualified for it, and no timeline that works for someone else is the right timeline for you. Your story is not a lesser version of someone else's story. It is its own complete and beautiful thing. And every chapter has served a purpose, even the chapters that felt like detours, especially those chapters. Because it is often in the detours that the most important discoveries are made. It is in the unplanned moments that I do some of my most significant work in a person's life. So do not despise where you are. Do not rush past this moment in your eagerness to get to the next one. There is something I am doing here, right here in the middle of where you stand today. Pay attention to it. I want to speak to your identity now, because I know the voices have been loud. The voices that rehearse your failures. The voices that replay your worst moments on a loop. The voices that say you will never change, never grow, never be free of the patterns that have held you back. Those voices are not mine. They have never been mine. My voice sounds completely different. My voice says, you are not defined by your worst day. My voice says that the things done to you do not determine your worth. My voice says that mistakes Even serious ones, even ones you are deeply ashamed of, are not the final word over your life. I am the final word over your life, and I say redeemed, I say restored, I say made new, I say walking forward, not dragged back. You are not the sum of your failures, you are not the total of your hurts, you are not the product of what others spoke over you in moments of cruelty or carelessness. You are who I say you are, and I say you are a child of the living God, created with intention, loved without condition, called with purpose, and accompanied every step of the way by the one who spoke the universe into existence and then turned and said, "And I want that one." That specific, complicated, beautiful, broken, healing, growing one. That is who I want walking with me. That is you. That has always been you. Let me talk to you about the relationships in your life, because I know some of them have hurt you deeply. Some of the wounds you carry were not inflicted by strangers. They came from people you trusted, people you opened your heart to, people you believed were safe. And when they hurt you, it didn't just leave a bruise, it left a question, a dangerous question that the enemy has been amplifying ever since. The question of whether it is safe to trust anyone at all. I understand why you built walls. I understand why you learned to keep parts of yourself hidden, to not let people get too close, to maintain a careful distance that feels like protection. But I want you to know that the walls you built to protect yourself from pain have also been keeping out some of the love and connection I have been trying to bring into your life. Not every person who comes close will hurt you the way those others did. I am still in the business of bringing good people to good people. I am still weaving lives together in ways that bring healing and joy and deep companionship. I am not asking you to be reckless. I am not asking you to throw open your heart to everyone without wisdom or discernment. I am asking you to trust me to guide you. When I bring someone safe into your life, let them in. When I show you through peace and confirmation and fruit over time that someone is trustworthy, let the walls come down. Not all at once. Slowly, with wisdom, but let them come down. Because the connection you were created for is worth the vulnerability it requires. You were not designed to do life alone. And I have people waiting, people I am already preparing, who will love you well and walk with you faithfully. Now I want to talk to you about the dreams, the ones you have been carrying quietly, the ones that feel so big they embarrass you a little when you think about them. The ones you have stopped telling people about because too many times you have been met with doubt or dismissal, or that particular kind of discouragement that comes wrapped in the words of people who mean well, but speak from limitation. Those dreams did not come from nowhere. I planted them. I placed them inside you on purpose, with intention, at the exact right time in your development. They are not wishful thinking. They are not delusion. They are seeds of destiny that I sowed into the soil of your heart. Do not bury them. I know the temptation. When enough time passes and enough people question and enough circumstances seem to say impossible, the temptation is to quietly lower your expectations, to settle, to tell yourself that you are being unrealistic and that it is time to grow up and let go of what you once believed. But I am saying to you today, do not let go. Not yet. Not without hearing from me first. And I am telling you right now, those dreams are still alive. I have not forgotten them. In fact, I have been tending to them in the unseen places, growing them, preparing the ground for them, getting everything in place for the moment when I release them into your reality. You may need to hold them differently than you once did. The shape of the dream may look different in its fulfillment than it did in your imagination, but the heart of it, the core thing I placed inside you, that is still coming. Stay faithful to what I have given you. Keep showing up. Keep developing your gifts. Keep saying yes to the small things I put in front of you, because I always build the large things on a foundation of faithfulness in the small things. There is a shift coming in your life. I need you to feel the weight and the hope of those words together. A shift is coming. Not maybe, not possibly, not if you can just get everything right. It is coming. I have already set it in motion. You are standing closer to the turning point than you realize. The ground under your feet is about to change. The landscape ahead is about to open up in ways you have not been able to see from where you currently stand. And when it does, it will be clear that this was not luck or coincidence or your own clever maneuvering. It will be obvious that only I could have arranged what I arranged. I want you to be ready for it, not with striving, but with expectation. Open your eyes to the unexpected. Pay attention to the doors that seem small but feel significant. Lean in to the nudges I give your spirit. When I say go, go. When I say wait, trust the wait. When I say speak, open your mouth even if your voice shakes. I will give you the words. I will go ahead of you into every room. I will prepare the hearts of the people you need to reach. Your only job is to stay close to me and stay willing. The shift is not just about your circumstances, though I am changing those. The deepest shift is happening inside you, in the way you see yourself, in the way you approach each day. In the quiet confidence that is slowly replacing the fear, in the hope that is beginning to outlast the doubt. That internal shift is the most important one, because when your inner world changes, your outer world inevitably follows. I want to pause here and speak specifically to the area of your life where you feel the most stuck. You know what it is. As soon as I said those words, something in you identified it immediately. That place where you have been standing still for what feels like too long. That area where the prayers seem to bounce off the ceiling. That part of your life where nothing you try seems to make a difference, and the gap between where you are and where you need to be seems impossibly wide. I see that place. I have not overlooked it. And I want to tell you something important about it. The stuckness you feel is not evidence of my absence. It is often the place where I am doing the deepest and most careful work. The most delicate repairs take the longest. The most intricate construction requires the most precise attention. I am working in that stuck place with a care and a thoroughness that will one day take your breath away when you see the finished result. Do not interpret my careful work as abandonment. Do not interpret the slow unfolding as forgetfulness. I have not moved on from what I promised you in that area. I have not changed my mind. I have not decided it is too complicated or too costly or not worth my effort. Nothing is too complicated. For me, nothing is too costly when it comes to you, and you are always worth my full attention and my best effort. What I need from you in that stuck place is continued trust. Not resignation, not passive waiting that has given up on the outcome. Active, believing, expectant trust that says I don't see it yet, but I know it is coming. The kind of trust that keeps praying even when the answer feels distant. The kind that keeps showing up even when progress is invisible. That trust is not weakness. It is the most powerful force available to a human heart. And it is moving mountains on your behalf right now in the realm you cannot see. Let me speak to you about rest. Real rest. Not just sleep, though I want you to have that too. I mean the rest that comes to a soul that has finally stopped striving. The rest of a heart that has put down the burden of managing its own life and handed control back to the one who was always meant to hold it. You have been carrying so much for so long that you may not even remember what it feels like to be truly at rest. To not have that low-level hum of anxiety in your chest. To not carry the weight of every unresolved situation into every new day. I am offering you that rest today. Not as a distant future state, but as a present reality. It is available to you right now, in the middle of the unresolved, in the midst of the unanswered, in the space between where you are and where you are going. Because true rest is not the absence of problems. It is the presence of peace that surpasses the problems. It is the deep knowing that the one who holds all things is holding you. And since I am holding you, you do not have to hold everything else. Let me carry what was never yours to carry. Let me manage what you were never equipped to manage alone. Let me think about tomorrow so that you can be fully present in today. This is not irresponsibility. This is wisdom. This is what it looks like to live in partnership with me rather than in constant independent striving. I am not a resource you access when you run out of your own strength. I am the source, and I am inviting you into the kind of relationship where you draw from me continually, where my strength flows into your weakness naturally and constantly, where the peace I carry becomes the atmosphere you live in. Before we move into the closing of this time together, I want to say something to those of you who came to this moment feeling particularly broken. Not just tired or uncertain, but genuinely broken. Perhaps something happened recently that shattered something in you that felt foundational. Perhaps you received news that changed everything. Perhaps a relationship ended, or a dream collapsed, or a loss occurred that left you wondering how you are going to put yourself back together. I am speaking directly to you now. You are going to be okay. Not because the pain isn't real, it is real. Not because what happened wasn't significant, it was. But because I am a God who specializes in restoration. I take broken things and make them beautiful. I take shattered things and put them back together in ways that are often more whole and more strong than they were before the breaking. There is a Japanese art form where broken pottery is repaired with gold. The cracks are not hidden. They are filled with something precious. And the repaired piece becomes more beautiful and more valuable than the unbroken original. That is what I do with broken hearts. I do not erase the cracks. I fill them with something more valuable than what was there before. I fill them with wisdom, with empathy, with depth, with a capacity for compassion that only comes from having been broken yourself. And when I am finished, what was shattered will be whole again, and the places where it broke will be the most beautiful parts of all. As we come to the end of this time, I want to invite you into a moment of surrender. Not surrender as defeat. Surrender as the most powerful choice a person can make. The choice to say, I cannot manage this life alone. I was never designed to, and so I open my hands, I open my heart. I release control of everything I have been white-knuckling. I release the outcome of the things I am afraid of. I release the timeline I have been desperately trying to control. I release the picture of how I thought my life was supposed to look, and I receive whatever you have for me, trusting that your plans are better than mine, your ways are higher, and your love for me is absolute. That is the prayer. That is the posture. And if you can get there, even imperfectly, even shaking, even with tears on your face and questions still unanswered, if you can get to that place of open hands and open heart, what happens next will change your life. I am not finished with you. I have never been close to finished with you. You are in the middle of a story that I am still writing, and the chapters ahead are ones you have not imagined yet. Chapters of beauty and purpose and deep belonging. Chapters where the pain you walked through finally makes sense and becomes the very thing that allows you to reach someone else. Chapters where the waiting is revealed to have been worth it. Chapters where what I did in the quiet becomes visible, and you stand in the middle of your own miracle, and you remember this moment, this very moment, when you chose to trust again. Keep going, my child. Keep believing, keep showing up. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I am not going anywhere. Let us pray together. Father, I come to you in this moment with everything I am and everything I carry. I am not going to pretend to have it all together, because you already know I don't. And the remarkable thing about you is that you don't need me to. You receive me exactly as I am, broken places and all, questions and doubts and fears and all. You receive me, and you call me yours. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for the times I pulled away and you stayed. Thank you for the prayers. You answered that I didn't even know I was praying. Thank you for the protection you gave me from things I never knew were coming. Thank you for the growth that happened even in the seasons that felt like loss. Today, I choose to trust you more than I trust my fears. I choose to believe your words over the words the enemy has been speaking into my thoughts. I choose hope over resignation. I choose faith over despair. Not because I feel strong enough to make those choices, but because you are strong enough to hold me while I make them. Have your way in my life. In the areas I have tried to control, I release control to you. In the areas where I have given up, reignite my belief. In the areas where I am afraid, be my courage. In the areas where I am lonely, be my closest companion. In the areas where I am broken, be my healer. I say yes to you today, a full, surrendered, open-handed yes. Whatever you have for me, I receive it. Wherever you are leading, I will follow. However long the journey takes, I will walk it with you. Because walking with you, even through the hard places, is better than walking anywhere else alone. You are my God, you are my Father, you are my shepherd, and my strength and my peace, and I am yours. That is enough. You are enough. And with you, I am enough too. Amen. If this word touched your heart today, share it with someone who needs to hear that they are not forgotten. Type Amen in faith and let heaven know you received what was spoken over you today. You are loved beyond measure. You are held beyond circumstances, and the best of your story is still ahead.